a one night, 5.6 mile one-way trip at the Thunder Creek Trailhead to 4th of July Pass in Washington's North Cascades National Park. Let's begin.
Got a little wildlife right off the bat. Gotta grab the camera.
Here's my trail junction, where I split off from Thunder Creek and head up to the pass, and tragically have a lot of elevation gain. But it was 2.1 miles to here, it's 2.5 miles up. It's a little longer, and it'll probably take a lot longer again because of that gain.
There's our first glimpse at some peaks through the clouds.
Well, I made it up here. And let me ask you, is this not a 5-star campsite? Alright, we set up camp now at our campsite, and then I got hailed on, which was a little weird, but there's the pass campsite, and then there's the actual pass, which is a little further on. So that's what I'm trying to head to now. Get to there, check it off, and see if there's anything to see from there. There's a couple of little lakes that way, and I'm hoping to be able to see them from the pass, because I'd like to go check them out. But I don't just want to set off that way hoping I run into them. The 4th of July Pass. You can see at least a lake over there. There's a mountain. Pass proper is probably down there a bit. That's where the actual saddle is. But pretty great. That's where I was standing when I was saying, hey, this is the pass. So they're right here. It is just that pond that I was looking at. I thought there were more down that way, bigger ones,
But I went down there, circumnavigated this little pond, and I'm reasonably certain that there isn't any more lake stuff down there. I think this is it. There's this one, and then there's a little tiny one on that side. I've heard this talked about a lot, but I've never seen it before. This deer has come over and is licking the ground where I peed. This is why it's important to try your best to pee on bare ground instead of on plants. Because deer, mountain goats, all kinds of things, they'll come over and they'll eat whatever you peed on for the salt content. So if you pee on something that, say, is endangered, they'll come eat it. If you pee on something that's bad for them, that's poisonous to them, they'll come eat it. If you just pee on bare ground, then they're just getting a little dirt, little pine needles. Nothing that's going to be harmful for the environment or for them. Alright, so here's what I've done today. This is the National Geographic North Cascades National Park map. Here's Ross Lake, the big one. Here's Diablo Lake, that's got like the big cool overlook and the dam that is one of the popular hikes that just walk across down there. I started from here. There's a little campground here along Diablo Lake Arm, which is quite a nice little campground. But I went this 2.1 miles, did that in 45 minutes to hit this junction here. And then I went 2.5 miles up to the 4th of July camp, and that took me 2 hours to go those 2.5 miles. And then I've explored a bit up here to get to the actual pass. And then here you can see this tiny little blue dot are the panther potholes. I met a guy today up here who had been trying to camp at the Navy camp, or Nevi camp. I believe he came from here this morning. He missed this trail and went all the way up here. He climbed this, what took me 2.5 hours to get up. Missed it, turned around, came back, and he's now camped here at this camp. So, poor guy. But you gotta see the signs, man. Now, in a perfect world, I'd have come up here, have a second car stashed over here, and then be able to come down here and make that a loop. Or not a loop, more of a traverser through, if you will, since I'm not actually doing a whole loop, I would be driving. But there is no second car, so in the morning, I'll just turn around, come back the way I came. It should go a lot more quickly. And that'll be that. I'll probably film very little tomorrow because, again, I've already come up here and it's not going to be any different unless the weather's drastically changed. But I can hear, hopefully you just heard it too, the marmots whistling, which is awesome. Actually, it might be a bird. Marmots maybe sound slightly different. But anyway, something whistling, which is awesome. I would say probably 75% chance it's a marmot. It just sounds like a marmot to me. I can hear some kind of mountain chicken thumping. It goes wub, 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 and then stops, and 30 seconds later it does it again. It's been doing it all day as soon as I got past a certain elevation. There's random birds still chirping, not as many as this morning, of course. And I can't see any of them. But it's great to hear them. Really happy to be out here. Hopefully the owl that hooted earlier gives us a bit of a show tonight. That would be great. But I can't complain. Enjoying creation. Well, it's early morning. It's time for me to head back to the car. And that's it. Thanks for watching.